Some incidents break every rule of reality. People stuck in time loops.
And then an hour later, it arrived again.
Warnings before disasters strike.
That back there is not real!
They're coming! The sky's opening up! 3i Atlas is the mothership!
And strangers who claim to know the future.
Are you an actual time traveler who has visited the future?
Yes, I am.
Alright. Still think they're just acting weird? Think again, because today's video dives into the most mysterious incidents that are too unreal to believe, yet too real to ignore. Let's start with the woman from Torenza, a place no one can find on any map. It all began with a woman who landed at JFK Airport carrying a passport from a country called Torenza, a place that doesn't exist, at least not in our timeline. The document was flawless, complete with biometric chip and stamps from other non-existent nations. Witnesses said she looked perfectly normal, but when told Torenza wasn't real, she insisted this wasn't her world. Then, she vanished without a trace. Authorities were baffled, and the internet went wild. Many believe she was an interdimensional traveler who boarded the wrong plane, into the wrong reality. And if that's not true, then what was she? Future graves.
Is this the Mandela effect? Am I in the future?
A woman out ghost hunting in a historic cemetery stumbled upon something she would never forget. Among the old gravestones, one in particular stood out. It belonged to Mr. and Mrs. Rice. But what truly sent chills down her spine were the dates carved into the stone. One marked 2034, the other 2040. That's a good 9 years in the future. Viewers were just as baffled as she was. Some claimed it was a prank. Others whispered about a time glitch or a glimpse into the future. The woman herself couldn't explain it, only that the air around those graves felt different.
He was born in 1944, but died in 2034. And then Miss Rice was born in 1950, and she died in 2040.
Simulation. A woman claimed that suddenly things had started repeating, making her wonder if she was living in a simulation. She said she bought a lamp online, only to receive the exact same one again days later. Same box, same model, same label.
I got this lamp a few days ago, and then I went to pick up my packages today, and there's another one.
Then came the pizza order, delivered once, then again an hour later by the same place.
And then an hour later, it arrived again.
Viewers argued it was staged, a setup for attention, but others weren't so sure. They pointed out the small scale, too ordinary for a hoax. To them, it felt like the system glitched for just a second, and she happened to notice. Atlas panic.
They're coming! The sky's opening up! 3i Atlas is the mothership! Hide now, all of you!
You might have heard about the whole Atlas situation, the comet supposedly passing close to Earth, while most people just brushed it off. Nothing compared to what happened inside a grocery store that day. A woman suddenly collapsed, crying hysterically, screaming that Atlas wasn't a comet at all, but a massive mothership heading straight for Earth. Shoppers froze, unsure what to do, as she begged everyone to hide. The store manager eventually escorted her out, but the fear in her voice lingered. Some said she was unstable. Others believed she had seen something the rest of us hadn't, a terrifying glimpse of what's to come. Poolside double. If you still don't believe strange things are happening lately, this clip might change your mind. A woman and her daughter were relaxing by the pool when they noticed something bizarre. Across from them sat another woman identical to her. Same haircut, same clothes, even the same glasses. The odds of that happening? Practically zero. While the pair laughed it off as a coincidence, viewers weren't so convinced. Many claimed it looked like a real-life glitch in the Matrix, suggesting one woman had somehow crossed into the other's reality.
Oh my god, that's so weird.
Reborn memory. A 7-year-old boy named Cade began speaking about his past life, leaving his mother deeply unsettled. From an early age, he was advanced, walking and talking before most children his age.
2.5 months old. It's amazing.
Cade was an early crawler, early talker, early walker, early everything.
But by 3, he started describing how he passed, mentioning details that eerily resembled the World Trade Center attacks, despite never visiting New York. His parents grew uneasy as he developed an obsession with airplanes and an intense fear of tall buildings. The turning point came when he vividly claimed to have been trapped during a traumatic event.
That big shiny one looked just like the Twin Tower. It brings back a lot of memories, but I'm not going in it, okay?
His words, tone, and memories felt too specific to dismiss. Could a man from the World Trade Center have truly returned as this young boy? The story left many wondering if reincarnation might be more than just belief. Man from 8973. In 2018, a man named William Taylor dropped a bombshell. He claimed he was a time traveler who had visited the year 8973 as part of a secret British government project.
Hello everybody, welcome to Apex TV. Today we're sitting down with William Taylor, who claims to be a time traveler who visited the year 8973.
Sounds wild, right? Well, experts hooked him up to a lie detector, and everything he said came back true.
As you can see, we have the lie detector hooked up, which measures breathing and heart rate, among other things. And while lie detectors aren't a 100% guaranteed way of telling if somebody's telling the truth,
according to him, the future was run by robot-human hybrids with oversized heads and big eyes who lived forever.
meet robot-human hybrids in the future.
Yes, I did. In fact, I met a great many of them. I remember they had abnormally large heads and large eyes as well.
He also claimed to have visited the year 3000, where pollution and radiation choked the air.
You time traveled to the year 3000 and back. Is this true?
Yes. I time traveled to the future on multiple occasions.
His time machine, a small, lead-encased sphere. Oh, and he insisted that time travel would be public by 2028. Government secrets? The Mandela effect, he said. We've all been kept in the dark for too long. Dimensional aftershock. You know how they say you shouldn't mess with nature unless you're ready for the consequences? Well, that's exactly what seemed to happen to this woman. She posted a clip claiming she had stepped through a portal to another dimension.
I went through a damn portal, you guys.
Though she returned, she said her consciousness was trapped between worlds, her body slowly deteriorating, no longer compatible with this plane.
But I can't exist here. I can't exist in this plane, you guys.
Some viewers dismissed it as performance art, but others couldn't ignore the raw fear in her voice and the tears streaming down her face. They believed something did happen to her, and maybe, just maybe, she never fully came back. Cafe Time Walker. A woman was doing her usual live stream at a cafe when something unusual grabbed everyone's attention. In the background, a man walked by. Long white beard, hooded cloak, and an almost otherworldly look to him. She stopped mid-sentence, visibly stunned. Folks online flooded the comments, calling him everything from a sorcerer to a time traveler. Some even suggested his strange, aged appearance was the side effect of bending time itself. Whether he was just an eccentric local or something far stranger, one thing's for sure: his brief appearance left the entire stream with a sense of eerie curiosity. Not real.
Back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not.
A video recorded on a plane went viral, and it's easy to see why. A lady was seen freaking out, claiming that the person sitting next to her wasn't real. The clip quickly caught fire online, with netizens coming up with all kinds of wild theories. Some suggested it was a reptilian human caught mid-transformation, while others thought the woman might just be seeing things. Later on, in an interview, she explained that someone had stolen her AirPods, which caused her to panic. But of course, many weren't buying that explanation and instead speculated that she had been silenced on purpose.
What do you want to say to the people out there who are like, okay, this girl was drunk, this girl was on something?
I had an altercation and I felt very strongly that I needed to get off the plane.
Parallel encounter. Håkan Nukes claimed that one late night, while grabbing a snack, he walked into his kitchen and came face to face with himself. It wasn't a mirror or a prank, at least according to him.
Jag hade varit och jobbat på Öland och kom hem då och gick in i köket. Nej, vad fan. Så det var precis massa vatten på golvet där då. Till slut i alla fall så blev det ljust. Jag kunde ställa mig upp. Jaha, och därför jag ser mig själv som äldre då, kanske 70 och sånt där.
Knowing people wouldn't believe such a story, he filmed the entire thing. In the footage, both versions of him stood side by side, sporting the exact same tattoos and movements. Viewers were left stunned, debating whether it was an elaborate hoax or actual proof of a portal between dimensions. Scientists have long speculated about alternate realities, but Håkan's eerie video reignited that debate. Whether illusion or reality, the encounter left everyone questioning what's truly possible. Sixth loop. A bizarre moment on a flight in China had passengers, and later, the internet, completely stunned. Mid-air, a man suddenly jolted awake, sweating, panicked, and claimed something wild. He said he was stuck in a time loop, and that this was cycle number 6. In every loop before, he insisted, the plane had crashed. He begged the crew to land immediately, screaming for the doors to be opened. Other passengers started filming as chaos brewed. Experts later said it might have been a case of trauma replay, maybe a past near-crash memory resurfacing on loop. But that doesn't explain why he seemed to know which cycle he was in. Was it just a psychological break? Or something far stranger? Looping highway. Is our reality starting to glitch? Some people think so. A woman driving to work experienced something that defied logic. Where 3 lanes were supposed to merge into 2, they didn't. And she suddenly saw an exit she had already passed minutes earlier. It was like the road had reset itself. She described feeling completely alert, aware of everything, yet somehow caught in a loop. Many believe she slipped through a time glitch, reliving the same stretch twice. Others call it a simulation hiccup. Either way, something about her story feels disturbingly real.
I take the same route to work every single day, or every time I work, and I get to a point in the highway where the 3 lanes turns into 2 lanes, and the car in front of me was going really slow, and I was like annoyed because I was thinking, oh shit, I'm not going to be able to get in front of this car before the lanes turn into 2. I'm going to be stuck behind them. And I'm like trying to look around the car in front of me to see when it's going to go down to 2 lanes, because I'm like, I'm about to like have to merge. And then it doesn't merge, and there's like trees, and this part where the highway does that, there's no trees in the median, and I'm like, wait, that's weird. And then I look, and there's an exit for Short Pump, which is like an exit that I'd already passed.
Highway disappearance. A highway CCTV camera captured something beyond explanation, a car disappearing in plain sight. A driver saw it vanish right in front of him and immediately reported it to the highway police. When they reviewed the footage, it clearly showed one vehicle suddenly gone without any trace. There were no sharp turns or sudden stops, just the car instantly disappearing. Officials have yet to provide an answer, but the footage speaks for itself. Whatever happened on that highway remains a mystery, leaving everyone stunned. TikTok Doppelganger. While recording herself on TikTok, a woman claimed that another woman suddenly appeared on her screen, someone who looked just like her. The stranger insisted she was her from the future.
Okay, in 2023, I had a woman. I posted one video on my old account, and this woman found me, claiming she was me from the future.
Things got even stranger when this supposed future self revealed personal details that only she could possibly know. Both women even shared the same name.
TikTok is a portal between parallel universes, and she knew things about me that only I would know. We even had the same name.
The encounter left her terrified but fascinated, as she speculated that TikTok might actually be a digital portal between parallel universes. Some dismissed it as an elaborate hoax, while others believed she had just uncovered something far bigger than social media itself. Bizarre call. A girl started receiving repeated calls from her sister. The strange part was, her sister was right next to her. Thinking it was a glitch, she finally answered, only to freeze in disbelief. On the screen was her sister, but wearing completely different clothes. Same face, same voice, even the same number. The real sister beside her was just as confused. Was this some kind of elaborate prank, a system error, or something far stranger? Viewers who heard the story believe she might have received a call from another dimension, a version of her sister from a parallel world. Mirror replay. A woman waiting in her car outside a doctor's office had an encounter that left her questioning reality. She saw a lady step out of a car, wave at her, and walk toward the building. But here's the strange part. It all happened only in her side mirror.
I catch my side mirror, and in my side mirror is the lady getting back out of her car, opening her passenger door, grabbing her purse. She bends down, looks in my freaking mirror at me, and does a little wave.
Outside the mirror, the space was completely empty. She insisted it wasn't a hallucination, that she saw the reflection replaying something that wasn't there. People called it a time slip. Others said it might have been a mirror capturing a moment from the past.
I have never experienced anything like this, so now I'm questioning myself because I know I saw her go through them doors.
Lost Traveler. In 2006, a man named Sergei Ponomarenko appeared in Kyiv wearing clothes from the 1950s and carrying an antique camera. He claimed to be from 1958 and even showed a Soviet ID from that era. The film inside his camera revealed old photographs of Kyiv, along with a picture of him beside a woman he called his fiancée. Authorities later discovered that a man by the same name had gone missing in 1958. His fiancée confirmed the story, even sharing a photo supposedly sent from the year 2050, showing an older Sergei in a futuristic cityscape. Before officials could question him again, Sergei vanished without a trace. Shed mystery. A strange video filmed in a Florida backyard has set the internet ablaze. Posted by Alex Shaw, it showed a young man trespassing into a shed on his Airbnb property and never coming out. Police found no trace of him inside.
I don't know what he's trying to do. Now he's like thinking like where to go, and he actually ends up going into my shed. So you can see he opens it, goes into the shed. So I'm fast forwarding the time so you can see there's no movement. He never leaves the shed. And I'm talking on the camera. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Why are you in my shed? Never answers, he never leaves.
But days later, Shaw uploaded a follow-up clip. This time, an older man emerging from the same shed. Viewers were stunned, claiming the two shared identical features and movements. A reverse image search revealed the older man resembled Stephen A. Miller, a deceased Harvard graduate obsessed with time travel and consciousness transference. Records confirmed Miller once lived near the area. Whether it's proof of time travel or an elaborate hoax remains unclear, but the resemblance was chilling enough to keep the mystery alive. Vanished investor.
But there is some very, very odd stuff going on. I'm certainly under attack right now in many different ways, and I just want everybody to know to just kind of have your eyes open.
In July 2025, 21-year-old inventor Julian Brown suddenly vanished from social media, leaving millions of followers alarmed. Known for creating plastiline, a solar-powered reactor that turned plastic waste into usable fuels, Brown had become a rising voice in eco-innovation. But before disappearing, he posted a chilling video claiming he was being watched and threatened.
I'm certainly under attack right now in many different ways.
Even mentioning helicopters circling his home. Shortly after, all his accounts went offline. His mother later confirmed he was safe, but refused to share details, while Atlanta police declined to open a missing person case. Some believed his invention drew dangerous attention from powerful industries, while others thought he went into hiding. Whatever the truth, Julian's silence left his followers uneasy, and the fate of Plastiline unknown. Paul Parks. Imagine your local politician is out there fixing potholes by day and claiming to father alien babies by night. Well, that's exactly what happened with Simon Parks, a former British Labour Party councilman who, by all accounts, had the most out-of-this-world backstory. According to him, his real mother wasn't human, but a towering 8-fingered extraterrestrial who first spoke to him telepathically when he was just 6 months old. And it didn't stop there. By 11, he was supposedly aboard an alien spaceship, and later, he even claimed to have fathered an alien child. The wildest part? He insisted this had no impact on his political career. Fixing roads came first, alien diplomacy second. Let me know your take on this in the comments. Alien claim.
Can I ask how old you are? You're very young to me.
It's a weird thing, dude. I don't know if my age, I don't know if it exists.
Machine Gun Kelly was asked on live TV about his age, and his reply shocked people. He then spiraled into doubts about his origins, claiming that when he'd injured his skin, it healed unusually fast, and suggesting he might be part alien. The admission sent the audience into stunned silence, and the clip exploded online. Fans split. Some said he was speaking metaphorically or hyping his image, while others took it literally, insisting this proved supernatural backing or a soul-selling pact that granted strange powers. Let me know your take on this.
I don't know. I'm starting to just be like my skin, like if it rips open, it heals really quick.
Watcher cited. Get ready for something truly bizarre, because this one left even skeptics uneasy. Multiple videos went viral showing a strange figure spotted around Los Angeles. He had an unnaturally elongated, cone-shaped head and carried a worn-out, unfamiliar-looking book. He never spoke or interacted with anyone, just watched. Skeptics dismissed it as a costume stunt, but others weren't so sure. In an age where truth and illusion blur, many believe this figure was no ordinary man, but a watcher, a being quietly studying us, like we're part of a larger experiment. Whether hoax or something else entirely, his presence left a strange chill that people couldn't shake. Hipster mystery.
Если посмотреть, да, смотрите, вот прекрасно видно в хорошем качестве, кстати, фотографии.
Time travel is pure sci-fi until you see this 1941 photo from Canada. Among the suited crowd, one man doesn't belong. He's rocking a hoodie, sunglasses, and a graphic tee while holding a portable camera. The internet exploded when this image surfaced in 2010. Some claimed proof of time travel, while skeptics argued his outfit technically existed back then. Adding to the mystery, a 1930s video shows a woman seemingly using a cell phone decades too early. Coincidence? Or hidden proof that time travelers really walk among us? You decide. John Titer. Back in the early 2000s, a guy named John Titer popped up online claiming to be a military time traveler from the year 2036. Sounds wild, right? But he didn't just make vague predictions like your typical doomsday preacher. Nope, he got real specific. He said the Olympics would be canceled, the US would fall into civil war after the 2004 elections, and World War III would kick off in 2015. Well, last time we checked, none of that actually happened. But his followers? Oh, they've got an explanation. Apparently, Titer just came from a different timeline. Convenient, huh? Vanish Traveler. Here's one story that still leaves people scratching their heads. Sometime in the 1950s, a man showed up at Tokyo's Haneda Airport carrying a passport from a place called Torrid. The thing is, No country by that name existed anywhere, yet his documents looked completely legit, with official stamps and all. Airport staff grilled him for hours, trying to figure out if it was some elaborate joke or a translation error. Eventually, they placed him in a hotel under watch until they could sort things out. But when morning came, the man and his passport were gone. The guards hadn't moved, the doors were locked, and still, he disappeared without a trace. No one ever figured out who he was, or where he came from. Miami occurrence. In Miami, a couple was chilling in their car when a glowing, smoky portal appeared just above the ground. The man, being either brave or just plain crazy, stepped out to take a closer look, and then he walked right in. There was no sound and any warning sign, just a blinding blue glow, and he was gone. Before his partner could react, the portal snapped shut, vanishing like it was never there. She ran for help, but the man? Never seen again. What did he step into? And more importantly, where did he go? Linda Porter. Back in 1963, before alien abductions became mainstream, a chilling case emerged. Linda Porter, just 17 at the time, went to bed in her quiet Covina, California home, only to wake up somewhere impossible, inside a strange craft. Years later, under hypnosis, she recalled seeing a small, gray-like creature, but that wasn't the scariest part. Moments later, she came face to face with a towering insectoid being, something straight out of a nightmare, bipedal, praying mantis-like, watching her, and this? It was only the beginning. Linda claimed to have multiple encounters throughout her life. Some theorists believe the mantis aliens are like a hive species, with the mantis being a kind of queen bee. Let's just hope they're not scouting for more recruits. Beach mystery. A short film shot in the UK during the early 1940s showed people relaxing on a beach, kids building sandcastles, others reading newspapers. But right in the middle of the frame, a man walked by holding something unusual. It looked eerily like a cell phone, and instead of talking, he seemed to be texting. Viewers online quickly pointed out how oddly modern he appeared. His suit, his walk, everything. Some joked it was straight out of Doctor Who, while others seriously believed he might have time traveled. Whatever the truth was, the man in the suit certainly didn't belong to the 1940s. Project Pegasus. In 2014, a man named Andrew Basiago came forward claiming he had been part of a secret U.S. government experiment called Project Pegasus.
Today's presentation is Project Pegasus and the advent of time travel. As many of you know, I've been waging a truth campaign now for almost 10 years.
According to him, he was recruited as a child and worked on teleportation and time travel missions between the ages of 7 and 12. Basiago said the technology was based on Nikola Tesla's original blueprints and that children were chosen for their adaptability. He claimed to have traveled through time 8 times, including to Ford's Theater during Lincoln's assassination and even to the Gettysburg Address in 1863. In 2016, he ran for U.S. president, citing his time travel experience as a qualification, though strangely, he couldn't predict whether he'd win. Factory footage. There had been several recorded instances of people seen using technology that shouldn't have existed at the time, fueling theories of time travel. One of the most famous cases was footage from 1938 showing a woman exiting a DuPont factory. If watched closely, she appeared to be talking on a mobile phone. It couldn't have been a mistake. What else could she have been holding to her ear and speaking into? This footage was taken during the 1928 premiere of a Charlie Chaplin film. As the camera zoomed in, a woman could be seen walking past, holding something to her ear and seemingly chatting on a mobile phone. Viewers were stunned. Could this mysterious moment have been real proof that time travel actually existed? Taylor travel. A vintage 1981 commercial for Glamour Gals dolls has resurfaced, and one actress in it looks shockingly like Taylor Swift. Same smile, same signature bangs. But guys, Taylor wasn't born until 1989. The video is going viral, with Swifties joking that their idol has mastered time travel. But before we get too carried away, the woman in the ad is actually actress Toni Hudson. She even confirmed it herself.
It's not Taylor Swift, it's me, Tony Hudson, right here in the flesh. I did that commercial.
Still, the resemblance is uncanny, almost like Taylor stepped straight out of a time machine.
Can you believe that people think you're Taylor Swift?
Yes, actually, I can.
Mysterious exit.
It's the doorbell camera video that's raising a lot of questions today. A man walks out of a house, and in an instant, it looks like he's beamed up to outer space.
A strange home security video captured something unbelievable. A man was walking like normal, but in a blink, he disappeared, beaming straight up into the sky. The footage looked unaltered, leaving people stunned. Some believe it's real teleportation, while others think there's another explanation. Even the area's security cameras failed to catch where he went. Strangely, no one nearby reported anything odd, and the video later vanished from the internet. Whatever happened that night, it wasn't just a simple glitch. Icelandic anomaly. In 2016, a mysterious photograph surfaced on Icelandic social media showing downtown Reykjavik in 1943 during the height of World War II. In the image, a group of American GIs stood outside a taxi station while a man leaned casually against a window, appearing to talk on a mobile phone, decades before such devices existed. The photo spread rapidly across the internet, sparking heated debates. Some insisted it was undeniable proof of time travel, while others argued that the technology might have secretly existed long before the public knew. Whatever the truth, the strange snapshot from the 1940s left viewers questioning history itself. Time slip. In 1932, journalist J. Bernard Hutton and photographer Joachim Brandt visited the Hamburg shipyard for a newspaper assignment. But not long after arriving, chaos broke out. Bombs rained from the sky, explosions echoed everywhere, and the two barely escaped. Shaken, they took photos of the wreckage and returned to the city. Yet when they developed the film, there was nothing, no signs of any attack. People dismissed their story as imagination. Years later, in 1943, Hutton, now living in London, read about an Allied air raid on the very same shipyard, part of Operation Gomorrah. The images in the paper matched exactly what he and Brandt had seen. It left one chilling question. Had they somehow witnessed the future? Live teleportation. Live TV is supposed to capture everything in real time, but this clip left everyone scratching their heads. A man was being interviewed while travelers moved around in the background. Among them, a woman stood near the baggage claim, casually chatting. Then, as a luggage trolley passed in front of her, she vanished. No walking away, no trace left behind. One moment she was there, the next, just empty space. Viewers called it a camera trick, but nope guys, it seems like she was teleported. Whatever happened, it turned an ordinary broadcast into a mind-bending mystery. Ring capture. It started as just another Ring camera clip, just a man walking past in the early morning. Nothing unusual / until his legs began fading. Yep guys, within seconds, his entire body vanished, leaving behind only a faint outline before disappearing completely. The homeowners dismissed it as a glitch until they asked around. No one recognized the man, and even more unsettling, no other cameras in the neighborhood recorded him. That means the camera actually caught him teleporting. Whatever that footage captured, it wasn't just some random passerby. 1995 smartphone. Mike Tyson's 1995 comeback fight was already legendary, but a strange detail in the crowd has kept people talking for years. As the fight kicked off, a spectator was spotted holding what looks like a modern smartphone, appearing to record the match. The craziest thing is that smartphones like that didn't exist back then. While early mobile devices were around, none had cameras like the one seen in the footage. Could this be proof of a time traveler sneaking into history to witness Tyson's return? DIY portal. Strange stories about man-made portals have popped up before, but this video took things to another level. A man placed a glowing lamp on his bed, casually tinkering on his laptop. Then, out of nowhere, a bright hole appeared right above the lamp. It wasn't just light, it showed a strange green land, glowing in a way that didn't seem normal. Just as things got weirder, the video cut off. Netizens say this looks just like the rumored Montauk Project experiments. If that's true, this might be proof that those eerie stories were real all along. Parking lot teleportation. A quiet parking lot seemed ordinary until a van rolled by, revealing something impossible. As the vehicle moved, a man suddenly appeared behind it, walking like nothing had happened. Moments earlier, there was no sign of him approaching, no shadow to give him away, just thin air. Security footage shows no tricks or glitches, just a man popping into existence out of nowhere. If this wasn't teleportation, then what was it? The way he casually continued walking makes it even more mind-blowing. This isn't just strange, it's proof something beyond explanation happened here. Mirror portal. A boy walking through the woods came across something strange, a mirror standing alone with no frame or reason to be there. It felt off, but he couldn't resist checking it out. The moment he touched it, his hand slipped through like it wasn't even solid. That wasn't all. When he stepped inside, everything looked the same, but slightly different. It was the same forest, but from another world. This wasn't just a mirror, it was a hidden gateway to somewhere else. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.